Coach Jeff Hammerton talking with Ty Bartell of YSNLive.com following a big win for his program over the Austintown Fitch Falcons. Coach, I talked with some of your players too. I want to talk with you now about it. Same venue just a few weeks ago. Fitch was able to get some shots up and able to take this game too. It seemed like you guys had a lid on the bucket last time. Not the case this time. Were there any changes in the game plan from last time to this time against the Falcons?
There was a little bit. We didn't show them man at all that first time until we were really in some trouble down like 19. So they're such a good shooting team. Coach Lynn and her staff does a great job of spreading you out and making that extra pass so they get those open three-point looks. So we wanted to start the game in man today and just not let them get comfortable from the start and then switch the defenses up enough that maybe we confused them a little bit on the offensive end. I thought we did a great job of that first half, only holding them to 9 points. And the message at halftime was we know they're going to make shots. We know they're going to come back in that second half. We just got to keep doing what we're doing, keep getting after them on the defensive end. We'll be fine.
Offensively, too, you guys were setting a good amount of off-ball screens that were really opening up the driving lanes for you. How impressed were you on the offensive side, the off-ball screens, all the little things going right offensively for you guys
tonight? You know what? I thought Thursday's game against Liberty was a great test for us because they have a 6'6" girl inside. And much like Fitch, they have Jordan inside who's 6'2". And, it's really hard to get in there when those bigs are in the paint. So what we decided to do is we decided to go 5 out a little bit and try to get downhill and get her out of the paint. And then when she picked up a couple fouls, then we were able to get to the hoop and finish.
It was a feeling like it was going to be a free throw game going into the fourth quarter, especially with both of you guys having 6 fouls at the end of the third. Thing was, you guys got to the line more, scored more too, and kept Fitch off the line until about 3 minutes left in that fourth quarter. What was the message? Was there any kind of change in the kind of game plan, the mentality going into that final quarter?
Yeah, once you have that double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, one thing that I like to do is I like to spread the floor out and make them have to defend. Maybe you get a breakdown and someone comes and helps you get something off the glass. But if you notice, we stopped shooting threes then. Because the message at the timeout was the only shot we're taking now is something off the glass or they're coming at us to get fouled. So that's why we went to that little 4 corners set and tried to get stuff underneath. We got 2 good layups down there, and then we got fouled and got to the line.
I mean, 2 players made up a huge chunk of scoring. Gia Treveri was kind of your kick starter, and Mackenzie Riccatelli carried it the rest of the way. Talk about their 2 performances individually and how big they were in this game.
That game 2 weeks ago, Gia sprained her ankle against Lake, and she tried to gut it out against Fitch. She didn't have any points. So we scored 51 points against them and lost 58-51, but Gia didn't score. And, Gia's one of our scorers, so we kind of felt good about that. We knew Gia would get some points, and she did. She started us. And then Kenzie's been our leading scorer all year long. You figure at some point she's going to get there. Now, she battled foul trouble in the first half. She had to sit most of that second quarter, and you worry when one of your leading scorers do that, but she was able to find it and get the second half.
Just to double down on Riccatelli, too, one thing that I'm always so impressed with her motor skills, man. It seems like this girl never gets tired. Just talk to me about when you have a point guard like that just seems to never stop going, like the Energizer Bunny out there, how effective that is to run your offense.
I got to give props to Coach Seipert and the girls cross-country team here because she runs cross, and he does an excellent job with the strength and conditioning program for cross-country. A lot of times when a girl plays a fall sport, they come to us and they're not in basketball shape. Kenzie came to us and she was in basketball shape because of the cross-country program, everything Coach Seip does. So that helps, and then Kenzie just, when she gets in her head that she wants to get down and dirty in defense, her hands are so quick. She made some great steals and out and run, and those are things we count on with her all the time.
It's always win and move on, Coach. Shaker Heights is the next one up. I know you're going to need some days to look at the film, but what are some things you guys need to work on yourselves to keep this train moving along and go into the next round?
I already got 2 films, so I've already been just prepping a little bit. And you say win and move on. It's survive in advance is the message we've given these kids. One thing that we're going to have to do better is handle the ball. Shaker Heights is big. They're athletic. They get after you. They press you from the minute you get off the bus. So we're going to have to be ready to handle their pressure, handle anything that comes at us. Where adversity is going to come. We're going on the road, so we're going to have an hour and 15-minute bus trip to get there. But, I think the message that I gave the girls today is that's their 15th win this year. That equals the last 2 years combined. And they got a home playoff game and they won it. So enjoy it. I said, we'll come back on Monday and figure it out.
As the Boardman Spartans are certainly enjoying it. Win over the Austintown Fitch Falcons in this playoff matchup as Jeff Hammerton talks with Ty Bartell of YSNLive.com following the win.